I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. It'll be 2023 already and you wouldn't have had a shot yet. And today, I have the honor of having a legend with me today, man. Philly's own One Punch Carr is in the situation with us, man. One Punch, what's up with you, bro?
My God, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, man.
No, glad to have you. It's been a long time coming. We've definitely discussed it on a few different occasions, but one of the reasons that you are someone that has been legendary and always in people's minds for so long is because you move around. Mr. Everywhere, they never there.
Never there.
And this has been for years.
Right.
That's been your hashtag. I'm talking about I'm sure we've heard it in all type of rhymes and all of that. But you somebody that really, if you push on that hashtag, 98% of what comes up is going to be you next to somebody, backstage somewhere, ringside, courtside. So, like, how does one get to the point where, let's start from the beginning. Before you was moving around like this, there was a time where you wanted to be these places.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you got enough, you started working with your hands, and you elevated. Where does this start at?
12. So 12, we got to go back to the beginning of boxing. And typical street kid, real quick, fighting all the time, but realizing he had a gift and not realizing at that time it was a gift, but the crowds were getting bigger. Every time I fought, it would just get bigger. You know what I mean? So, you know, it starts from 10 kids to 20 kids. Now we got 200 kids. And kids is women, girls is on cars and swinging book bags, and they saying, you know what I mean, Simon fighting. And one day I'm in front of my crib and I'm fighting, and it's over about 300 kids outside. And and this before the YouTube era and the, you know what I mean, social the viral era. If had it been that, I probably would have been rich already on that.
You'd have had $1 million by 12.
Yeah. So I'm looking at, you know, my uncle heard the commotion and all the kids was out, and next thing you know, it was like, wow. I turn around and he pulls me in the house and was like, yo, man, why you always fighting, man? He's like, man, every time you fighting, you know what I mean? You know, you fighting so much. If you like to fight so much, you might as well, you know what I mean, get paid for it.
And most people that win they fights don't have to keep fighting.
Yeah, right.
How the hell did you keep finding people to fight?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a rough neighborhood.
Yeah, and I didn't know. Like at that point, you know, you building. You know, you 12 and you building. Going with it. You going with it. But I'm building at that time, building the brand. And so I go to a boxing gym and I never look back. You know, I turn around and I'm in the gym and started boxing. So from that journey on of boxing, I will say that that was a vehicle that was used that took me all the way up to the 96 Olympics, where the likes of Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah, Fernando Vargas,
Pretty Boy Floyd,
all the Pretty Boy era. You know, kids, we moving around. So even before that, getting the preparation, I remember like yesterday, we going to all these duels in these box offs. So they had the snap cameras at that time, right? You know, and you snap and you set off the film. So I remember going to Atlanta and Puerto Rico and all these places, and I'm coming back to the corner, and you know, Chinese store corner, Poppy store corner, all my friends there, and I'm showing them the pictures. And I'm like, yo. I'm like, damn, I'm telling them these experiences.
Absolutely.
And they like, yo, they couldn't even really
it's a whole nother
understand
world.
It. Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to show them the visual concept of it before we even, I mean, this is before, you know, social media was out. So all they looking at it as a picture, so they can't really even fathom that. And then it was a learning curve. It was a learning situation, but it also was, you know what I mean, a heartbreaker for me, and I'll tell you why. I realized at that point that most kids can't go. Everybody can't go. And some people were mentally stuck there.
Absolutely. But
also,
you were in a privileged position.
Right. And I was like, yo, get on my back and we gonna make this. We pushing before all this. So I'm like, yo, I'm bringing, you know what I mean, dope people through the block. I was like one, like, yo, with Hope said, man, you know what I mean, they ain't lie. I done came through the block and everything that's fly. And so I'm bringing Corrupt Drill. I'm bringing, you know what I mean, Jamal from Illegal. You know what I mean, Pre-Mac. You know what I'm saying, before those eras. So that's why there's a lot of homage there, because you know what I mean.
You made everybody feel a part of it the best way you could.
Yeah. Like, you know, meeting Big at 14 years old and
heavy, and
me and Big, you know what I mean, rolling. And a lot of people don't even really know my story. Like, I was instrumental in terms of Charlie Baltimore meeting Big. You know what I'm saying? So this is a real story. Like, yo, Big came to the Red Zone. What's that? Freaknik weekend.
Okay.
I had a motorcycle, probably 13, 14. Had a car accident. A car hit me. Boom.
You in Philly? You talking about the Greek?
I'm in Philly. Yeah. So they had a big show. So they had a joint called the Red Zone. So Big opened it up, and that was on 30th and Walnut. You know what I'm saying? So Big come through, Puff come through. So I go back there and see the big guy. And they like, yo, you know what I mean, season all them. They like, yo, where them fine he's at, man. Bring some girls back here. You know, where the girls at? Where all the women? Fine, man, I'll go get you some girls. I go out. And
you mad young though.
I'm young.
But you know the play.
Yeah,
you with the shit.
Yeah, so I'm getting ready to tell you the story. So now I'm coming out. And I go out in the crowd. Me and C's. So we go out in the crowd, and what I see Jan, and I see Tiff. Tiff was her real name, you know what I mean, of Charlie Baltimore.
Right.
Jan, Tiff, and this other girl named Jade, and another little chick, right? Now they my girl. They my sister. That's my oldest sister's girlfriend. They went to Catholic school together. They all girlfriends. So I'm little, you know what I mean? I'm little Simon to them, you know what I mean? They like, what you doing here, man? And they trying to go. I say, yo, you want to go in the back?
About to say, you in the mix. Yeah.
I'm in the mix at 13, 14.
Yeah.
You want to go in the back? Yeah, we want to see Big. I take them right to Big. So, you know what I mean?
Like directly connected it
to them.
And he caught that beauty and that Philly,
and
Philly energy.
And next thing you know, that was Philly. And so I'm running with Big 13, 14. So now Big and Big just get the range. Big just get the Land Cruiser.
Right.
Cherry Land Cruiser. So he running back and forth to Philly. His first cheesesteak was through me.
That's
first cheesesteak through me.
Right.
So Tiff was staying at 4th and Queen, a couple blocks down from South.
Right.
And Mate's first journey to Philly, you know what I mean, through me. Yo, come on through. You know what I'm saying? So they all would come, Brooklyn would come down.
Pull up
Philly
on you.
Pull up. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean? I take her to get one of them, you know what I mean, one of them.
Cheesesteak joints.
Yeah, chop. You know, they would chop chicken, you know what I mean? Chop steak.
Yeah.
Yo, man, they telling them, man, you got to taste this. I'm taking them, running them up, you know what I mean? I'm running them the Ishkabibbles, you know, and want some weed, and it took off from there. Like, yo, that journey really took off from there. So Big, at that point, nobody really knew he was going, you know what I mean? They knew, yo, he was big, but he blew up.
Like the biggest rapper in the world is crazy.
Yeah,
Top 2 in the world is nobody just predicts that.
So Philly would have been, Philly was said to be the next play. The next play, Philly, he was already in line in it. And, you know, subsequently, if, God forbid, if Big never died, you know, the position, where would I be? At that point, because he was like, yo, you know everybody. You know what I mean? You running them right through them. You got to go through Punch. So that's what me and Jay look at it and say, damn, Big already saw something over there.
I was just about to ask you that. I was literally about to ask you that.
So he already knew. He was watching the line. And he like, damn, it's a whole nother world. You know what I mean? hour down the
about to say it's down the street.
Yeah,
right.
down the street from us.
Yeah.
That that's mad live.
Yeah.
So now they spreading the floor. They like, yo, I gotta go dig in this well. And that's kind of like what made Cam come. That's what made Jay come, and a lot of other ones. You know what I mean? From that point on, it started getting really, really big.
Because you bought niggas cheesesteaks in Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah, so right after that, I wind up, I'm growing in my own self, you know, right on the eve of me going, you know what I mean, to the Olympics.
Right.
Something happened to me that pushed me back. Somebody was breaking into my home, you know, out of fear for the safety of my life and my grandmama's life. I fired at the intruders, and, you know what I mean, somebody passed away. Next thing you know, I could wind up getting booked. And, you know, that kind of derailed a lot of different things. So I wound up sitting down.
How old was that?
Decade. I was like, you know what I mean, probably like 17 at this time.
And you did it down.
I did it down. So I come out 27, 28, you know, jump right back in, you know, and, you know, take off career, start my boxing career, you know what I mean, back up. So about 29, I'm, you know what I mean, I'm a pro. Front page of Daily News, Inquirer,
right.
Sports Illustrated, said to be one of the most talked about fighters. So we go on. So now a lot of people are like, damn, he come out of nowhere, but then all these relationships is already there.
Right.
You know, like, damn,
and people have elevated their status since you've been going.
Right,
Right.
So, you know, they come to embrace it. So pro debut, Mac walked me out, you know what I mean?
Right.
Mike Knox, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Iverson and all of them. So, you know, like, nobody really understood it. Like, they still didn't put it together. Like, the whole city came out, my pro debut, you know what I mean? B.I.G, you know, front row.
Right.
And they came to really pay homage to the kid. I appreciated that. But it was more bigger than that because of the level and what I overcame and what I went through. So
Absolutely.
now, you know, we fighting, you know, and that took off. But subsequently, some time had went. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, when I first came out, yo, my general interest is that. It's just really, you know what I mean, taking off. But as I start taking off, I'm realizing, like, yo, the world changed. So it's like my perspective changed. There's a lot of different things that's going on. Okay, it's cool to be an athlete. That's been one of my goals. I'm an athlete at this point.
It's a gift and a talent, but it's not everything.
Yeah, I'm looking at the sport and I'm like, yo, I don't want to be shallow.
Right.
10 years behind. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a one-trick pony.
Yeah, priorities shift.
I'm trying to do all these other things. I want to do all these other things. Now I'm traveling. So you know, how the traveling portion came about it was the fact of me being incarcerated. And I'm watching the food channel and I'm watching the traveling channel. And I'm like, yo, man, if I ever get out of this situation, man, and I ever get to where I need to be in my life, I'm gonna travel and see some of the places I've never seen.
The
before.
food channel itself will make you want to go somewhere, bro.
Yes.
Whether you're country or out of the country, it'll have you looking like, I gotta eat there, I gotta try that. Oh, and that's what it looked like when you driving there?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yes. So I was really geeked on that, and I remember, like, you know, as a boxer, you realize that you know, it's discipline.
Absolutely.
So every time I turn around, you know, it was Christmas, it was Thanksgiving, you know what I mean, it was birthdays, but it was always a time when I had to fight. So I'm missing Thanksgiving because I had to make this certain week.
Absolutely.
I couldn't eat turkey, couldn't eat chicken, I couldn't eat this, I couldn't eat steak. So it was like, yo, you know what I mean? Now, mind you, that shit was deprived from me for, you know what I mean, a decade prior, because they had that shit in there was trash, you know what I mean? So then
it's like a whole lifetime at this point.
Yeah, I'm running through that, and you know what I mean, and then you dealing with, you know what I mean, down and you put the relationship aspect in there, and you building and trying to learn and grow, you know what I mean, and get, you know what I mean, equated in terms about family.
Absolutely.
It's like, yo, that's a whole nother level. So I just remember running one day. I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and I'm running, and it's cold. And I'm like, damn, man, what am I running for? Damn, I'm running. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, I don't want to run no more.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned around and stopped and went home. I'm like, damn. And
I
I'm
think
like,
it happens like that for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Though.
I mean, some people be scared because they scared of the next chapter.
They scared they ain't got nothing else to offer.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah. And the crazy thing about it, so I look, and I'm sitting on a couch, and I flip to the food channel, and I'm watching the food. You ever see a commercial and you like, damn, that's why they make the commercial during a sport event. Yo, that pizza look crazy, or that burger look crazy. So I said, man, all the places I wanted to go, I went. I just booked it.
Dope.
And just went.
Dope.
I flew all over the world and
Dope.
eat for probably about like a year, and that's how I just quickly blew up. But I just went.
You did it for a year straight, just bounced around, no mask out.
I'm just
book bag and we out.
Yeah, I just
because I know you don't need much.
No,
yeah.
I didn't. Yo, Milwaukee, they got a burger there. They got this. I saw this on the food channel. I went. So
you
it was
fuck
like,
around,
damn,
knew somebody in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I did. But then all those places I went, all over the world, I started building. And then that's how the relationship.
Because you ain't go out there on your Philly shit.
Yeah.
You went out there open to meeting people.
Yeah, I didn't even look at this. That wasn't even.
Because we toxic.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that wasn't even in my mind. That wasn't even my thought process. I just was like, yo, I want to just experience this. And that was probably one of the most dopest things. And that really got me out of my comfort zone of that. What you're talking about, the
Absolutely.
Philly thing. I started going all over
and you
the
were
country.
always comfortable. You never got anywhere you went where it was like
I just really. And you know what the crazy thing about that was, because I think the vein of boxing,
because you traveled with boxing at a young age.
At a young age, I was going northwest. I didn't see the congressional.
You knew not
line.
to drink the water, rinse off, don't bring the fruit.
I didn't see the congressional lines of you can't go there, or it was geographical.
Because like you said, you was the one that could.
Yes,
you were the one that could.
I always knew that, and even in prison, I never got into the geographical lane because I had friends from all over, because like boxing was a big family. And we was up Germantown, we was up west, we was going to Virginia, we was going there. So I knew about and I knew everybody in all those places due to that vein. So I never saw that. Like,
Philly boxing is a huge part of the fucking whole situation.
Yeah.
So it's like at some point you got to run through ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And all the ones in that, even so skip and let's cut out the music aspect. Let's just talk about the boxing aspect. All the ones that, I went away and I came back. Okay, so Dynamite and Sharp, I raised them when they were kids. Rock and Tiger, they was up under me. I'm driving them to the gym. They were little kids. So when they come back, I come back. Down they big. They done built their name and they big.
Shout out to Sharp, by the way. That's my
Sharp,
guy.
my God. He,
my
you
guy.
know what I mean? Know it. You know what I mean? Dynamite. They're my youngins. You know what I mean? I raised. They would tell you, no, Punch come up. So to see that, it's like, yo, Danny Garcia, all of them. They were kids, around, and I just really and I come through, and that's like, damn, Punch. I'm a little older. So it's not like, that's the.
And a lot of them was
like
early in boxing. They a lot of them started young. They come from boxing backgrounds, boxing families.
And a lot of them. So the crazy thing about it is, if they all come from a boxing background, and it was just me, and I was there, that's where I say, everywhere where you never there, I was there.
Talk heavy.
I was there from the beginning.
I like it. Yeah.
So when they come up, and they can speak about it, and because you got to be able to trace all this back.
It got to go somewhere.
Somebody
was
back
there.
No, somebody was there. Was he here? Did he come? No, Punch was there. You know what I mean?
The tree ain't just falling in the forest. Not in this city.
So when you so that's why they say, oh man, you listen, I can't touch him because his stories are too dangerous and too deadly. It's just his arm range. Because I go up before, you know what I mean, Dave Reed and me and Dave running around, me and Zaire Raheem running around, me and Malik Scott running around in LA. You know what I mean? Me and Malik ran. Now he's the the trainer for Deontay Wilder. But
absolutely, I just seen and congratulations, by the way.
Yes, that's my guy. So, but we're running. Let me tell you a story about him.
He's still teaching Deontay how to fight.
Let me tell you about.
How to fight.
Malik. Me and Malik come up in the amateurs together. Malik will tell you, said Punch was one of the most deadliest slip games, and he almost remind you of Pernell Whitaker. Shout out to Malik Scott. But listen, Malik will tell you himself, say, damn, me and Malik running around in L.A. We Philly kids, and we out L.A. I come to L.A. when L.A. wasn't, you know what I mean, when nobody really, you know what I mean, out there. I'm running around with Malik. Malik signed a Goose and Tula, running around. He managed by Suge Knight.
Back then?
So now he's managed by Suge Knight. So we over there, Bloods, you know, all around. So he would say one day we in the gym, I go kick it with him. Me in LA running around. He like, yo, we gotta go see the big homie. Big homie, take this ride with me. Alright, come on.
But all this language is strange to us because we Philly niggas. Who's big homie?
I go,
ain't my old head.
We're gonna go see Big Suge.
Oh, alright.
Nigga, we riding 100 miles in the desert.
And
probably 120 BMW following this car. Seeing coyotes, damn near get ready to fall off a cliff. I mean, we damn near doing 2 in the desert. It looked like casino. All we seen is desert dirt, and we rolling. All I'm seeing is the back of a light. And wake up, we in damn near Suge Mansion. Like, yo, Malik going over there. So I'm there. And we were going in the gym, and we housing Goose and Tula, because they like, yo, this is before. So all these top fighters that's around right now, we come in there and we turn it on, you know what I mean, this rap music, and them motherfuckers got Mexican music on, and he like, and we on our Philly shit, like, yo, what's up? Don't turn that music down. We got this. And they, oh, wait a minute. So to see Dan Goosen and and this is where Diego Corrales is in the gym and all these, and Diego, God bless his soul, you know what I mean, he went on and fight Mayweather, and, you know, and then me being from the East Coast and knowing Arturo Gotti, I'm there. When I first come home, the first fight I go to, I'm still in the halfway house, I go to Mayweather versus Gotti, one of the biggest fights today on the East Coast.
Factual.
And me and Floyd come up together, see him hugging, but before I left, I'm boxing with Arturo Gotti. I'm boxing with Pernell Whitaker, Arturo Gotti, and them, because I was going to sign to main events. You know, boxing before I left.
Right.
So I just picked off from there. So Gotti like, yo, happy to see me. I'm in the corner with the mob. I'm in the corner with, you know, John Gotti, son, and all of them. The real Gotti
you went
family.
from MOB to the real mob.
Yeah. So I walk out, and this is Atlantic City, one of the biggest gates. So right. Like, yo, I'm the only black in that corner. You go back and look at Sports Channel, you'll see that. So she's just simple stories that you telling.
No, these Jones is crazy.
It's crazy. So I grow.
You and Jerry Merlino had the same shit on?
And man, no, even
because you know he liked the same shit we like.
So tell you a story about Joey. So here's a story about Joey. Me and Joey's from the same neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Joey knew what happened. Joey been following me since I was a kid. I was out, used to come out to the club. So even before that, Tommy Hill and all that. That's the old shit. I'm talking about
before
before all that. Yeah. So
I know what you're talking about.
When I came home, and one of the first people that pulled up on me was Joey Merlino.
Dope.
And was like, yo, how your grandma doing? What's going on? Come see me if you need anything.
Nigga hit you and he asked you about your grandma first, though.
Yeah, but I'm from
that
here.
That means
those
so
that
much.
Knows
yeah,
that know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the everything right there.
How's your grandma? Yo, you need anything, come see me. just like that, done. You know what I mean? Down. You know what I mean? Like, so one night I'm out with my family, and go see Joey, and he out. He just come home the second time. So Skinny, I call him Skinny.
Yeah, Skinny Joey.
You know what I mean? So Skinny over there. Oh, son, no. Family, look at me. So I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, like, yo, certain rooms, like, this is different.
No, like, you were in every room, bro. And this is something that, I've been watching. I've always saluted you. I think I caught you at a gas station at 3 in the morning one time and told you keep being everywhere. We was in South Philly.
Yes.
And I'm an uptown nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was.
But I hopped out on you and I said, bro, salute to you because I love it. You know what I mean? And I seen you help a couple people that I love. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yes, you really are. People don't understand the value of certain rooms. The fact that you don't have to be the Carlton to be able to get in these rooms. Right, you can be yourself.
Yes.
But you got to be solid. You got to be somebody that what happens in these rooms, if it ain't about business, it don't go nowhere else.
Right, yeah. Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you're somebody that at a young age, from what you're telling me, were in that privileged position and you understood your position. And it wasn't about being the best fighter. It wasn't about being the smartest. It was about being you.
Right.
And that's what I'm getting from all of this shit.
Right.
Because, like, even with what you're saying now, it's like, bro, I went to Roman. Rest in peace, Sully Bop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Rest in peace to your family.
Right, yes.
Sue, one of the best that we ever seen.
Yeah, right. Go into
Let's
that.
keep it G. But, like, I went to school with the Legambis and the Lombardis.
Yes. Wow.
You heard me?
Yeah, different.
You heard me?
Yes.
I seen Joey pull up and pick them up when his Range Rover stopped on this side of Broad Street, the other one stopped on the other side of Broad Street, in sync.
Yes.
And they all hopped out and he hopped. Get the fucking and stared Staff down. Staff standing next to me. I'm like, Staff, why Joey looking at you like that? You know the fuck my uncle says. Fuck that pussy. Like, you know what I mean? I've been around, bro.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You did.
So I know what you talking about, or I wouldn't be able to be talking about what I'm talking about right now.
Facts.
So it's like, it's one of them things where it's like, no, you're honorable. And you've been there since 12. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the answer is to my initial question.
Go ahead.
How do you go from being that kid in South Philly, around what everybody else went around, to that kid that realizes his privilege and brings the people on, to now, every day of the week, bro, you are courtside, backstage, front row, somewhere, and it's love. You joking with Kevin. You know what I mean? I'll like Punch. What you want, Punch? Like, and it's love. It ain't the Kanye moment from the guy. It's we joking, we brothers.
Right.
And it's like, yo, people should want to be, not necessarily want to be you, but want to have the kind of legacy, the kind of reputation that allows them to be around the kind of things they want to be around. That's true. And a lot of times people get mad at society and the world and everybody's against them, and it's like, because I want to do this and I did this, I should be able to do this. Yeah, but people don't want to be around you. People don't want to be around you. They like you for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It takes out for somebody to say, yo, come on this boat with me. Yo, come stay at my crib. You see what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit is different. You talking about going to Suge spot. You talking about fighters that we talking about the most legendary fights, and you done been around everybody that was a part of these joints.
Right. Yes. And then rooms.
But even like
chopping it down.
Like when you discuss being young and having an arena full of kids watching you fight, which is fucking amazing to me till right now. You was Simon. You became One Punch at some point.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like you still Simon though. One Punch is like the brand. Yeah. And I think that's what happened. Yeah. I think you know the balance. Yeah. You know how not to be One Punch. You know that that's you, but that's not this. That's the attribute.
So 1995. December 15, 1995. Mike Tyson came to Philadelphia. Mike came to Philly. I'm 14 years old, 15, 16.
Part of being a boxer is being a historian too, huh?
Yeah, so 15 years old, 14. Mike was big. Mike just got out of jail. Mike looking for a gym. to train at.
Mm.
And he comes to Mary Anderson, my gym. So we connect. Now, mind you, Mike has always been my idol. That's somebody I look up to. They always said we looked alike, we favored, we talked. Cool.
Stature, yeah.
We run right into him. So they put me in. At this time, Mike is guarded by, you know what I mean, the masjid. No. And that's it, Shamsuddin Muhammad. And,
no, okay.
You know, and Daoud, and you know what I mean? And so they from my neighborhood. Right. You know what I mean? I'm a South Philly kid. I mean, why wouldn't they? If I'm one of the biggest names, young, up and coming, they gonna take him right to me.
Absolutely.
So they giving all the kids in the neighborhood, tickets to see Mike.
Dope.
Mike trained, Mike come there. He was at this time messing with Shamsuddin's daughter, but this is the beginning portion of it. So Shamsuddin ran Sister Claire Muhammad, so they gave all the kids tickets. But I got the tickets from a different source. So Mike, like,
because you privileged.
Yeah, so I'm. So
you are who
never
you are.
forgot that. Yeah, so I mean, I never forgot
that moment.
That moment, I'm in the ring, and Mike comes in the ring. I'm standing in the ring. We're at the Spectrum. December 15th, he's fighting Buster Mathis Jr. Philadelphia. It's return, second fight returning. Okay. And right there, he comes and touched my glove. National TV. I'm a kid. That's probably one of so.
That's heavy.
Anything else that you can really think of at that point? This is prior to me going away and any I'm like, everybody like, and then prior to that moment, probably the next year, I'm coming to the ring with me and Sweet Pea. You know what I mean? Now Sweet Pea, one of the biggest fighters, is Mike go in, Pete is the next one.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? The biggest. You know what I mean, on HBO. And then the De La Hoyas and everybody else. But they were the two biggest African American fighters.
They sold the pay-per-views.
Right, yeah. The most, you know what I mean? Sought after.
Yep.
So, what I'm saying is, I come up right under that.
No, but that's amazing, bro. And like, it's always a privilege that you always show me the love you show me, because you done did so much, and it's like you never forgot who I was.
Yeah. Dope artist, like, dope, man. Keep going, man. I love what you're doing. Still pumping, and the crazy thing about it is, I probably seen one of your first performances. So to see from that progression to now,
that's crazy. And
having you building your own brand and your podcast and everything, that's amazing to me, man. Because I'm always into dope beginnings. Yeah. I'm always into seeing the very first start. I mean, I don't know how it just happens, but it happens that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So to see you, I'm talking about before pro dreads, you know what I mean? From the hair, doing your first performance, running around with a bandana on and the little hair spike, to now, and then seasoned. And then music coming off, and it's real clean, and the crazy energy, you know what I mean? It's just and it's funny because I'm gonna tell you something else, right?
I'm listening.
It's funny behind the fact if somebody asked me, say, "Yo, man, how was it when Freeway said your name in the rap?"
Absolutely.
This was Cannon's, the remix. One of the most biggest records there is Drama made. And so, Weezy had just came home. Free is on there. Two other kids, dope artists, right? And then Drama, this probably Gangsta Grills is probably one of the most sought after Gangsta Grills. So they said, man, what made you? He said, man, what was it? You know what I mean? Why Free, say your name? Did you know he was going to say your name? I said, well, actually, before Free saying my name, Wayne said my name. He said, you know what I mean, you know, one night 187 like an omelet. Simon said, you know what I mean, shoot a nigga in his thigh and leg. So I said, these guys was always decoded. We like kind of like they talked and just like the mobs and decodedly. And I said, honestly, that was one, and Free went on and, you know, but Free, you know what I mean, saluted because he was talking about a moment of him walking me to a ring and, you know, seeing me knock a guy out, you know what I mean, with one punch. I really earned the name. It wasn't really, you know, a fable like dudes just say it and they just think it's a colorful name, but I really earned it. And he's seen it and like, yo, like, damn. And but
putting in the song makes it forever in a different way.
Yeah,
but outside of boxing,
paying homage, of course.
Exactly. Like now that lasts forever because niggas gonna play free shit forever. The way I see it, you know what I'm saying? Because he gives you something all the time.
So almost like same as Jay. So which lead me to Jay. Jay is talking about a moment when he's talking about, yo, I'm everywhere. You never there. You know, why would I ever care? Pound for pound, I'm the best.
You talking about
so he's talking about right. So, but Jay was always decoded in words. So dudes saying, "Oh man, Punch," you know, took the phrase, and I'm like, "Nah, he was paying homage. That was the oop in terms of." So at that point, yo, I didn't never really utilize it to show that, yo, yeah, I'm the dude that he's talking about. He's talking about a moment. He's talking about a moment like, yo, listen, man, you know, he was. That's when he go
Philly,
back.
was in Tokyo. See, Punch did too. Type shit, like not necessarily literally, but that type of energy. Like,
true,
bro, be around,
right?
For whatever
coming through, he's there. You know what I mean?
And it's love,
right? Yeah,
and
it's love. No clown shit.
Yeah.
So, fast forward to time. You know what I mean? The tell of the tape is this. Okay, so now when we're building and we're going into this next level of things, which leads me to me and Bob Soul. So when Bob got in the lead, I'm just coming home. So Bob is in Miami and they running. So I came to see him a few times. Then he in Oklahoma. And that's where, you know what I mean, there was Hurricane Katrina, so that's when they went to Oklahoma. Right. You know, they was in New Orleans first. New Orleans went down through Katrina, so they went to OKC. Right. And so while they running around and they doing this, and he's growing, I come home and I go right to the West. I go to the West Coast. So I'm probably one of the first ones in the West Coast. So now, 2 years later, he gets traded to LA Clippers. So him, Katino Mobley, all
shout out to Cat, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Uptown Cat. Original.
Yeah, right. So all of them running LO, the Clippers. So now, when he come, I'm already out there. You know, so he introducing me. Yo, this is my cousin. And that guy's like, yo, I already know one punch. That's one punch. So now I'm moving around. So I'm taking him the places, he's showing me places, he moving. And interesting thing about it was the fact of growing, and we would go into our place. That was our internal thing that we said to each other when we went to a event or a special event that we never seen before. We would walk in there and we'd be like, man, everywhere I took Soul to the Grammys. And I'm like, yo, come on, cousin. Like, yo, how we gonna get in there? He's like, I'm 6'3", 6'4". I can't, you know what I mean? We ain't sneaking.
Ain't no way to just slide in. Yeah.
Come on, we walking in.
Right.
We walked in. He was like, yo. He like, what's going on?
Crazy, bro.
Right. So, but he's supposed to be like, yo, I'm the star. I'm walking him in these places.
But see, that's why we got to be humble, right?
Right.
That's why we got to be humble.
So when we would get in there, I would say, yo, we everywhere. You know what I mean? Where they at? You know what I mean? He'd be like, huh? So then he was just saying, that was our internal thing. Yo, we everywhere, you know, because it wasn't no limits. So when certain places we would go, when I went to buy my first Mercedes Benz, I'm like, yo, where Malik at? Well, I'm signing the papers. I'm like, yo, where Malik at? With Bill, with Keith. I ain't even like, there ain't no Keith here. I said, no, get him. Where at? And they like, huh? What are you talking about? Wait a minute, sir, you delusional. And I'm like, no. I'm talking about the people that said that I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be here.
They ain't here.
They not here. They not here at this moment.
As soon as you said it, I knew what you was on. That's funny.
This contract.
Yeah.
When I went to LA, where's Bob? Because
that's your mental thing.
Yeah.
My thing is, I want to show up and buy the thing with my sweatsuit or my basketball shorts on, and y'all look at me like I'm broke and I got the bag.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna see who deserves.
So when we go to the dealer, when we rode to the dealer, when we went to the Grammys, when we went to the Source Awards, when we went to the BET Awards, I'm like, yo, where they at? All these people that said we couldn't be. And when we got in these rooms and really start moving around and opening up the playing field, I'm looking for them because they all these people. Where Miss Turner at? You know what I mean? Where Keisha at? Where Malik at? Where's Miss Turner? Who's Miss Turner? She doesn't work here. Is it Miss Turner here? When I'm signing the contract, can you get her on the line? I said, I want to see her. They think I'm delusional, and I'm like, nah, I'm talking about
real thing.
I'm having flashbacks, and I'm talking about the people that said, the teacher that said I wouldn't make it.
But this is still you understanding the moment, and I love that. That's why you're always going to be fine, because you understand the moment. You take it for what it is. You don't keep blurring past it.
Yeah.
You
snapshots.
You've been doing it.
Right.
You can say exactly what you said in that moment.
Right.
As opposed to saying, oh yeah, and then we pop bottles.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, how did that moment feel?
Yeah.
What was going on? Where was your energy at? What was the next play? You know all of that. Even when you think back on it now, no matter how many times you've been in these situations.
True.
That shit is dope. That's
True.
dope. That's dope.
I appreciate that.
That's dope.
So the crazy thing about it, and it's funny you say that, because now, you know, my girl sometimes says to me, like, yo, you went out, you went here, you went there. Well, did you have fun? And I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Did you have fun? You know, I mean, you do all these things on a constant, you kind of get numb to it. You know, you doing it. But I mean, the
at some point,
things,
partying is part of the job.
Yeah, because I mean, point. I do that. But that's just one entity of it. Because
exactly. Like, but that's the part that's most seen. So it makes it look lopsided.
Right. Yeah. No, and it's true. But even like, you know what I mean, like going to esports event, you know, one of my biggest takeaways of it is I like to always see the moment in somebody else's eye. I like to, as many places I've been to or I go, it's always like, yo, I try to remember the first time, and when I see the first time, I seen that happen. Like, yo, when we talk about, like, yo, Mike, and we talk about Michael Jackson, we talk about all these great artists and athletes, and there are moments I try to think about the moments of when they embrace their fans and they scream and different. So one of my greatest joys that I always enjoy doing, and it never really gets old, I always take a kid, an underprivileged kid, or a kid that come from my neighborhood or somewhere, to an event with me. Dope. Like, I'm like, tonight, right after this,
going to the game.
Yep. I'm on my way to the game. I got 4 kids that I'm taking courtside.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
because I feel like,
that.
yo, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm just, yo,
they ain't mine, but they ours.
Right, yeah, of course. And that's important.
They ours.
That's important because I feel like, yo, if you change the mind state and they see something different,
see what's possible,
they're gonna act different.
Yep.
They're gonna act different. They're gonna feel different. You know what I mean? And I always,
somebody of your stature, regardless of how you view yourself, taking time out means the world to them. Trust me. Trust me, we're role models to the kids on our block before the world.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And you've been that since you was 12.
I appreciate all the drug dealers that always allowed me to get in their cars. They would always pull up, and he had the BMWs, the Momos, and we were young kids, and we like, that's my car, that's my car. But what they did was, yo, youngin, come here. You like this car? And we go out, wow. Here, sit in there, beep the horn. I was one of the ones that got in the car. And I always, it's funny because 2 nights ago, guy said to me, he said, no, we was talking about having that same story about, yo, man, how was the moment when Free said your name? And that's what made me think about it. And then he was like, yo, you know what I mean? What was the story? Like, you and Mac? Mac lived across the street from me. Right. I said, so, and it was funny because I called Mac on FaceTime right in front of me. He was like, yo, Mac jumped on. We talking and was like, yo, those songs and everything. And I appreciating the fact of when the Phantoms first came down the block. Mac had 2 Phantoms. I
remember.
And I was one of the ones that he pulled over and stopped for. Because in the neighborhood where we live in, he just beeped the horn. And some didn't even get a beep. He just came through.
I'm from one of the few blocks that the Uptown stars stop on.
Right.
Yeah. Get out their car.
And he got out the car.
Exactly. Yep.
But more importantly, one day I was coming through, and Mac was shooting by in the Phantom. Stop. And he backed up. So not even backed up to say, yo, what's up? Come on, get in. Where you going? And I always appreciated that because at certain points, some people don't even stop.
Absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
And they feel like, yo, I ain't gotta stop. I don't owe him that.
And at some point, you might not be able to fault them because you don't understand what they're dealing with and what.
Right, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
And one of the things that I say nowadays is like when I was young, if I was catching a bus or walking home from practice or something, and one of the old heads from around my way seen me, they was backing up, system blasting, no back seat. Yo, hop in, youngin. Yeah. Even if I had to get in the no back seat and you know what I mean, stretch out, but they like, yo, I got you. Take you. Where you going? Your mom crib, your aunt crib? They would take me. Nowadays, I can't even do that for my youngins, like, cause shit crazy, and I don't know what time,
what they on,
what they got on them, and what they on, and it's like, but I was one of the ones, and you know, on different levels, it's just like you was backstage at the same shows that a lot of my friends can't say that they were in the arena for, but I was in the 3rd row.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Like I was at MC Hammer joint. Yeah. I seen X live plenty of times. I seen Jeff live plenty of times. I've been at them shows. I was at the Rough Riders Cash Money tour. I was at the Hard Knock Life tour. I was at Up in Smoke tour as a youngin. Right. You know what I mean? I did all of that.
Yeah.
95% white in the Up in Smoke tour. But the stage production was phenomenal.
Crazy.
Everybody getting high. Half of them smoking wet, and I don't smoke nothing.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so I've been around a lot of that shit, and I've been in a position to tell other people to see more. You've been in a position to bring people along for the ride more earlier in life than lately I've been able to do that. Lately I've been able to tell the homies like, bro, we backstage at everything this year. What you want to do?
Right, yeah.
And make it a real thing. And they looking at you like, bro, I know you, but no, you don't understand. If you move right in this city, we can go from here. We can go from Brooklyn to Baltimore and be good. Right, yeah. And then we're gonna work further down and further up. Yes. But we have to treat people right. We gotta move right, and you gotta move when I say move. Yeah, right. It can't be about your moment. Right, yeah. Because it's not about us. It's about us going to these things and having these experiences. Yeah. But it's not. We not the star. I'm not in the ring. Yeah, right. True. You see what I'm saying? True. These things are important, and I understand a lot more because, like I said, been following you, been bumping into you for a long time, been having conversations with you off and on. I understand why you are privileged. I appreciate and like I tell a lot of people, you deserve everything you get, whether that's acknowledgement, whether that's somebody saying, yo, Send him mistake on me.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in this, you deserve that shit, bro.
Yes.
You've earned that.
Appreciate that.
You came from one of the roughest cities and neighborhoods in the city, in the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And still popping at it. Still popping
and
at
you
it.
home.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You home.
Yeah, right.
You everywhere, but you home.
Yeah,
you
right.
said 4 kids tonight. That shit. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm so excited about the fact that that's your focus. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know people that you help, so I'm not negating the fact. I'm not acting like I didn't know that you did for others.
Right, yeah.
But when you called me earlier this evening, you said I gotta go to this game. Part of the responsibility of going to that game is who you're going with.
Yeah, right.
And that's popping.
Because I don't want it to always be about me. And my play is, you just can't come to our community and just, we ain't just taking pictures. We ain't taking pictures and we ain't hobnobbing. Bring a play or even stay away.
Absolutely.
Bring some type of resources. Who did you help? So the next level of this game is, who did you help? Who did you put on? What doors did you open for other people?
In the era,
how did you share your platform?
In the era of Playboys and Pretty Boys, where I've been a promoter for a long time, quote unquote, because it's never been my main thing. But when I was in the streets, it was a way that we had fun. We threw parties because everybody wanted to know where we was partying at. You see what I'm saying? But what I figured out from that shit was like, when it gets to a certain point, are we partying with a purpose?
Right. Yeah.
Can we raise some money for something while we here? Can we bring awareness to something while we here? Because the bottle's gonna sell out. Because the players is here. We know how the game go. We know everybody gonna outstun each other. We know you gonna put on, and I'm gonna create a safe environment so that we can do that.
Right.
But can we donate couple 100 pair of socks to the homeless? Can we raise some funds towards this little lady's lemonade situation that provides something for cancer? Like, can we do those things at the same time? Like, partying with a purpose became my thing, because it was like, you know what, that's a layup. I could tell somebody, yo, you get in cheaper if you donate this to that.
Right.
The money don't make no difference, and don't nobody show up. We all get drunk anyway, right? Like, as far as the party life goes.
That's a fact.
So it's like, what are we here for? Because we've been standing on couches our whole lives.
Yeah,
bro.
right. Yeah, that's true.
So it's one of those things. That's how that's what I talk to people when they say, yo, I want to do an event with you and I want to do such and such with you. A lot of times I'm like, well, I know some couple people we could figure out something for. You know somebody we could, and let's theme it around that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then it's and shout out to you. You political now.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And that's a story in itself.
But that comes with doing the right way. But go ahead.
I'm a committee man now.
Because I seen you on Omar page.
Yeah. Committee man. And in fact, I'm supposed to go to this Democratic dinner. That's supposed to be at 6. So I'm running from here to the Democratic dinner to the game. So that's just how my life is. There's always one stop at a after another. I mean, and just getting people acclimated and get out the vote. And one of the biggest, I would say biggest in my life is the fact of being in an environment, not really knowing about the judicial arena. Somehow getting caught in a judicial arena, fighting that and going through all these a turbulence fight, 12 rounds, some knockdowns and bruises, and just coming back out of it unscathed, and now being in a position to help others. That's
bigger than full circle.
Yeah, that's different. So in the same area and environment they said that I was said to destroy, statistically, I'm now back in that same area helping others, getting jobs, helping them get records expunged, doing voters registrations, and I'm a committee man in the same block, within the same radius I serve right now is the same block that I caught my case on.
Talk that talk. And you still found time to sip with Sammie, bro.
Yes,
and I appreciate you.
I could have been anywhere in the world, but I'm right here with you.
You here with me, and I'm gonna let you go on that tip.
Yes.
I'm gonna say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you one.
Yes.
There is no boxing or fight media for Philadelphia in Philadelphia, and
You're
I
right.
only know that because it's been brought to my attention by people that care about fighting in Philadelphia. So something to wrap your head around.
Right. Yeah.
And if you figure something out, I'm winning with. I got you. I'm riding. You
All right,
hear
let's
me?
move it. Let's move it. Let's move it. That's solid. That's peace.
Let people know how to keep up with you, how to support what you got going on.
Simon One Punch Carr, Mr. Everywhere when you never there, why would I ever care? You can follow me on at One Punch Carr, CARR. You know, on Instagram, that's the same thing. On Facebook, you can follow me under Mr. Everywhere on Instagram, and then on Twitter the same way. And I'm here, man. I'm around like a donut, man. We everywhere, man. When they never there, I don't know. And I have a nonprofit called JAB. That's the acronym for Juveniles Against Bad Behavior.
Absolutely.
JABB. You know, where we teach kids about boxing, self-discipline, and, you know, peer pressure and all those things that come along with growing as a child. We teach them, you know what I mean, through the jab. That's one of the first things that you lead with when you learning about the sport. The jab. You lead with the jab. So I named my nonprofit JAB, Juveniles Against Juveniles Against Bad Behavior. On that note, man, I'm going, man. I'm getting ready to go get pick these kids up, man, and take them to this game, man, and you know, help some underprivileged kids. That's what it's about, giving back.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Do what you do. Thanks again, and we can have another conversation. We didn't get to the gym.
Yeah, we gotta come to the gym.
Your gym is in movies and all of that. So it's like you got so much more to cover, but I know that you you squeezed me in tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for having me. We're gonna have a part 2, and then we're gonna have a part 3, and then I might just take him along with me a day in the life of Mr. Everywhere. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool Roof, and we out of here.
Appreciate you, homie.
Yes, sir, man. Good jump.
Yeah, better believe it.
It's the king of hooks, baby. Sam Malone, what up? Corey. Yeah, baby. What you looking for? Yeah, they ain't right. In the streets we getting caught no more. Corey,
Slick as I want to be, smoothest ever seen. Melody could be felony. What you telling me? Learn to play from Bill Bellamy, Peter Guns, someone else. I'm something else, something different. That's what she sniffing. Call Malone shit, different from pimping. Scene was basic till I slipped in, trapping, loaded, clipping, saying on niggas bitches. I call niggas bitches. I bet handle business first boy, like incense. Twist 3, dismiss. That's Malone's mission. Music business, I'm trafficking. What was mastered in, led through a path to sin. Walls crashing in, cashing in. Couldn't figure out what was happening, but trapped again. Backfire from trapping in. Shit, ironic as hell. My pocket's loud in the cell while waiting on Tiny to post bell. Oh hell.
what you looking for? They ain't right. In the streets we getting caught no more.
At all.
They ain't right. Don't fight right through the pain. They ain't right. See me walk through the gate.
Can't fight tears, I can't hide, can't find fear that ain't mine. I can't see big blind, spend time showering shit time. Outside I'm on hills, all 10 ground. Like tunnels with backwoods, sparkwoods countless. Nice pitch black, go legit. Switch back, loud pack, 6-pack, VA hardly switch that. Ready to flip mattress, couches.